We are here and we are strong. Let's be counted as we move on. Make a difference, change lives as we tell our different stories. We are capable, beautiful. We are born to do great things. We're unstoppable, incredible, 'cause we're differently abled, differently.
Hello my Kenyan people, I hope you're all keeping safe. Welcome to yet another episode on Able Differently. This is the only program in the 254, only on KBC Channel 1, that brings you the best of both worlds in matters disability. Now let's get the show on the road. I'm your host Chin Theory. Karibu sana.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Does the name Tyrone Lannister ring a bell? I guess it does. This is the man with dwarfism who has acted in the famously known series Game of Thrones. Today we feature him on the show just to get to know him a bit better. Take a look.
Peter Dinklage plays the role of Tyrion Lannister.
Shay. Please don't.
He has 2 awards for this role as the Best Supporting Actor in the Golden Globe Awards and Outstanding Supporting Actor in the Emmy.
And the Emmy goes to Peter Dinklage, Game of Thrones.
This is the second Emmy win and 5th consecutive nomination for Peter Dinklage, who was born in Morristown, New Jersey.
All right, I wasn't prepared at all. I was even chewing gum. And I wasn't prepared because the other actors in my category, I'm still sort of awed by all of their performances. Jonathan Banks, you are, and the rest. We're only as good as our writers, and I'm lucky enough to work with the greatest writers, led by David Benioff and Dan Weiss. Thank you, guys.
He has featured in a number of movies that include Living in Oblivion in 1995.
Tito, it's not that big of a deal. It's a dream. Strange things happen in a dream. All I want you to do is laugh. Why is that such a problem for you?
Why does it have to be a dwarf?
What?
Why does my character have to be a dwarf?
It doesn't have to be a dwarf.
Then why is he? Is that the only way you can make this a dream? Put a dwarf in it?
No, Tito.
Have you ever had a dream with a dwarf in it? Do you know anyone who's had a dream with a dwarf in it? No! I don't even have dreams with dwarves in them.
And action.
I am so hungry.
Peter has a degree in drama, married to theatre director Erika, and they have 2 children together. Peter has a form of dwarfism known as achondroplasia, where the long bones of the arms and the legs do not grow long enough.
Father, I wish to confess. I wish to confess.
You wish to confess?
I saved you. I saved this city and all your worthless lives. I should have let Stannis kill you all.
Tyrion! Do you wish to confess?
Yes, Father. I'm guilty. Guilty? Is that what you want to hear?
You admit you poisoned the king?
No. Of that I'm innocent. I'm guilty of a far more monstrous crime. I'm guilty of being a dwarf.
You are not on trial for being a dwarf.
Oh, yes I am. I've been on trial for that my entire life.
Have you nothing to say in your defense?
Nothing but this. I did not do it.
And did you know that he's a vegetarian? So anytime you see him on your screen with meat as his prop, then definitely it isn't real meat.
Give me more relief than 1,000 lying whores. I wish I was the monster you think I am. I wish I had enough poison for the whole pack of you. I would gladly give my life to watch you all swallow it.
Sir Meryn! Sir Meryn, escort the prisoner back to his cell.
I will not give my life for Joffrey's murder, and I know I'll get no justice here, so I will let the gods decide my fate. I demand a trial by combat.
When I was 29, I told myself the next acting job I get, no matter what it pays, I will, from now on, for better or worse, be a working actor. So I quit my position at the Professional Examination Services, and now I didn't have either the internet or a cell phone or a job. But something good happened. I got a low-paying theater job in a play called Imperfect Love, which led to a film called 13 Moons with the same writer, which led to other roles, which led to other roles. And I've worked as an actor ever since. I didn't know that would happen. At 29, walking away from data processing, I was terrified. 10 years in a place without heat, 6 years at a job I felt stuck in. Maybe I was afraid of change. Are you? My parents didn't have much money, but they struggled to send me to the best schools. And one of the most important things they did for me is that once I graduated, I was on my own. Financially, it was my turn. But this made me very hungry. Literally. I couldn't be lazy. Now I'm totally lazy, but back then, I couldn't be. And so at 29, and at very long last, I was in the company of the actors and writers and directors I'd sought out that first year, that first day after school. I am by their sides. Raise the rest of your life to meet you. Don't search for defining moments because they will never come. The moments that define you have already happened, and they will already happen again. Sorry, it sucks after graduation. It really does. I mean, I don't know, at least it did for me, but that's the only thing I know. You just get a bit derailed. But soon something starts to happen. Trust me. A rhythm sets in. Just try not to wait until, like me, you're 29 before you find it. And if you are, that's fine too. Some of us never find it. But you will. I promise you.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Now that we all know who Tyrone Lannister is, I'll bet we're so psyched up to join the acting scene. Best believe the sky is neither the limit and nor is your height. Let's take a break, we'll be right back.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
Welcome back. If you have just joined us, you are watching Able Differently. June the 13th every year is International Albinism Awareness Day. Usually, the year is marked by people converging to celebrate the achievements of persons with albinism. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic the world over, this year is going to be marked differently. Here on Able Differently, we celebrate Dr. Chosky, who has been at the forefront to ensure that children with albinism are in school and are in good shape. Take a look at that story.
The United Nations General Assembly in December declared that starting 2015, June 13th, will be marked as International Albinism Awareness Day. Since then, the day has been observed worldwide. This year, however, the day will be marked differently due to COVID-19 pandemic, which has resulted in restrictions on mass gatherings. Albinism is a rare condition that is inherited genetically, and both parents must carry the gene for it to be passed to their offspring, even though they might not have the condition. In the recent past, persons with albinism have been discriminated upon due to some myths leveled against them, hence posing danger to their lives. So normally when the day is marked, the achievements of people with albinism is celebrated. These achievements are as a result of persons with albinism and those without albinism who always ensure that they make the society a better place to live. One notable individual in Kenya is Dr. Prabha Choksi, who runs the Dr. Choksi Albinism Foundation. One of the greatest challenges for persons with albinism is low vision. Dr. Choksi provides free prescription photochromatic glasses for them so that they can be able to read, hence improving on their education.
I've been offering free ophthalmic services and providing them with free photochromatic glasses, courtesy of Mr. Zul Lingi of 3Z Foundation since 2007. And have reached over 1,000 people. Photochromatic prescription glasses, in addition to remarkable improvement in sight, helps in keeping the eyes open and not squint in sunlight for all persons with albinism. Dr. Choksi Albinism Foundation is a charitable trust established in Kenya to reach out to people, especially children with albinism. Our motto is, help ever, hurt never. Our belief is, service to humanity is service to God.
Recently, she was nominated to GHP Private Healthcare Awards and awarded as Ophthalmology Practice of the Year 2020 in Kenya and Best Albino Children Support Specialist in East Africa.
In 2007, I realized that the real challenges people with albinism face are not with the skin and the hair. The real challenges, the real disability with people with albinism is the eyes. So since 2007, I've been seeing people for albinism for free. We provide them with free photochromatic glasses. These glasses actually make them see much better. The world used to think these people to be blind. In 2007, 70 to 80% of the people with albinism were in blind schools. But since after putting on glasses, my own observation is more than 95% of these people do not fall in the bracket of blindness.
Able Differently celebrates her today for always ensuring that children with albinism are well taken care of.
'Cause we're differently abled, differently.
The deaf community in Kenya have been hit hard by the global pandemic. In this regard, the Kenya Christian School for the Deaf decided to step in and offer a helping hand in order to cushion them from experiencing any further challenges. Take a look at that story.
Kenya Christian School for the Deaf offers training for persons with disability with special focus on the deaf. With the COVID-19 pandemic in the world, most lives have been affected and people are struggling to make ends meet. KCSD therefore saw the need to give a helping hand and gave out relief foodstuff to the deaf. They came out in large numbers just to have something to take home. One of the precautions set out in the prevention of COVID-19 is wearing of masks. This also is a challenge to the deaf who communicate using sign language and depend so much on lip reading and facial expressions. Kenya Christian School for the Deaf has also tried to bridge this communication gap by providing special masks for the deaf. The masks allow the lips to be seen because of the transparent material around the mouth.
I'm happy and I'm welcoming you here. Can you see me well? Yes. This other one is very poor. Yeah? It makes our life very difficult, because whether you are upset, you are happy, nobody will be able to differentiate. You can see, yeah. So with the other one, you can retrieve. You can also see my face very well if I'm hungry, when I'm happy. But as of now, we are giving you this small one. Yeah? But in the new future, we'll add more. Is that okay? Thank you. This one is very okay. Can you see me? Can you see my teeth? This one is cool. Thank you so much. This one is really beautiful. Yeah, I'm happy because everybody can now see me smiling and makes communication very happy. So, thank you very much.
With the government setting aside money to cushion persons with disabilities, it's the hope of Kenya Christian School for the Deaf that the deaf won't be left out.
Un peu, ça va. Vanille, sur un cornet ou dans un petit pot? Petit pot comme ça ou comme ceci? Une vanille?
Our children need to communicate with the whole entity, yeah, whole your face, the things you say not also with the hands, but with the face, the emotions behind the communication. So when we were trying to wear these ones, we made these, they could look at everything we were telling, even our emotions, the way we move our lips, the way we move our whole face.
Strada facendo ci siamo accorti che questa non è solo per i non udenti, ma anche per le persone normali, che in qualche maniera non si riescono a vedere i sorrisi o l'espressione visiva delle persone.
Let's take a look at the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability.
Article 6 of the UN Convention states that state parties recognize that women and girls with disabilities are subject to multiple discrimination, and in this regard shall take measures to ensure the full and equal enjoyment by them of all human rights and fundamental freedoms.
In the etiquette of the day, we try to focus on, a situation regarding someone with a disability. Probably this is an able-bodied person who has had an encounter with a special needs person, and you're feeling inadequate in terms of how to communicate with this person. I just want to let you know that you should take it easy and just try to employ empathy, and I know that you'll definitely find the answers to that question. That's all the time we had for you today. See you again next week, same time, same place. I'm your host, Jen Theory. Kwaherini.